The INTP and INTJ relationship is likely to make for a very smart couple. David Keirsey, author of Please Understand Me, observed that INTJs are highly selective of their romantic partners and perhaps the most systematic of all the MBTI types in their approach to dating. They screen potential partners in the same methodical manner they employ to their impersonal projects. INTPs, by contrast, may have a more open-handed attitude towards finding a mate, but generally speaking, they do not go out of their way to find one. A study found that both INTJs and INTPs were more likely than average to marry persons who share their own type. The study also found that INTP males, in the sample, did not ever marry the ESFJ females. It appears that in the case of both INTP and INTJ, opposites do not attract so much. Keirsey proposed that rationals were most compatible with other rationals and idealist types. In another study, rationals who paired with idealists reported the highest satisfaction ratings of any other rational pairing. So, why do INTP and INTJ get along? Aside from the obvious reasons, there are a number of unique benefits to this matchup that work well. Here is a look at 5 aspects of this relationship that might explain the INTP and INTJ attraction. 1. INTJ and INTP stimulate each other's mind. As fellow rationals, INTP and INTJ could be characterized as mindmates. In their relationships, both types place high importance on mental stimulation. They would prefer a romantic partner or friend with whom they can explore ideas and someone who shares a healthy intellectual curiosity. A friendship or romance between these two is likely to provide an adequately brainy rapport that both personalities find enjoyable. While both will no doubt pride themselves on the areas of knowledge in which they've built proficiency, they also appreciate the idea of being around someone from whom they can learn more. Each partner will likely delight in sharing what they discover, and their conversations may include a number of philosophical debates fueled by their judging and perceiving dichotomy. INTJ in particular will enjoy discussing their plans, visions, discoveries, and works in progress. INTPs will be eager to share their creative compositions, new ideas and concepts they've either learned or come up with themselves, and they may enjoy testing the strength of those ideas through friendly debate with their INTJ mate. 2. INTP appreciates INTJ's clarity and directness. INTPs, being not the greatest at reading people's indirect innuendos, will appreciate that the INTJ generally does not play those games. If anything, INTJs tend to be too curt and blunt and may need to curtail the hard edges of how they communicate with or around more sensitive people. While both personality types are oriented towards being antisocial or aloof, it is most likely that the INTJ would be the first to express interest before INTP ever would. INTJ has little reservation about saying what they really think, and INTP, for the most part, has little trouble taking it, so long as it makes sense to them. INTPs are generally receptive to objective criticism and able to take it in stride, so long as there is no malice or nastiness behind how it is given. INTPs above all want to equip themselves with the most accurate information possible, and if someone can redress them or point out a flaw in their thinking, then so much the better. It is only in respect to their personal processes and most deeply thought-over ideas that an INTP may become defensive. They will dispute anything they disagree with, but upon realizing a fault in their reasoning, they are generally able to quickly concede and adjust their position accordingly. That being said, communication in this relationship is likely to be unencumbered by the need to tiptoe around each other's sensitivities. 3. INTJ can add structure to INTP life. It is no secret that INTPs are not particularly concerned with creating order and structure, at least not in the physical world. They do care about logical order, however, and they spend much of their time consciously and subconsciously categorizing, sorting, analysing and juxtaposing information as part of their process of making sense of the various abstractions they draw from the outside world. They want to enrich their mind palace and make themselves wealthy with knowledge and understanding from many angles. This preoccupation with the inner world often comes at the expense to INTP's abilities in managing their external affairs. Life structure is typically a blind spot for INTPs and an area in which INTJ can be of help. So long as INTJ doesn't become overbearing, judgmental, or controlling in their use of extroverted thinking, the INTP will likely appreciate and even admire INTJ's ability to stay on top of their commitments and responsibilities. 4. INTJ can inspire INTP to work harder. When INTP meets INTJ, there is a recognition of similarities in terms of general intellectual bearing and a recognition of differences in their attitude and approach to getting things done. It just so happens that INTPs, while being wildly imaginative and creative, may have difficulty getting things started and seeing them through to completion. INTJs once again can show the INTP how to organize and rally their time and energy effectively towards the end of achieving a singular goal. INTPs can often suffer from analysis paralysis, and this stops them from even attempting to take their ideas to the next step due to all the challenges they've envisioned. INTJs can help INTP to embrace action and overcome the fear of failure. These two types, in both love and friendship, can help one another realize their personal goals and achieve their dreams by sharing the strengths developed by their most dominant cognitive preferences. 5. Both INTJ and INTP have modest emotional needs. Neither the INTP or INTJ are emotionally needy creatures. They are low maintenance in this regard and will place little demand on each other's time, being that they are both very independent. This romance will be underscored by a mutual understanding where both individuals operate on basically the same page. Rationals, especially INTJs, do not require constant reminders or shows of affection from their partners. However, in the results of a thought catalogue survey about love languages, INTPs on average valued words of affirmation more than INTJ did. Conversely, INTJ preferred acts of service. INTJ's love style is not inclined to reaffirm feelings over and over again once they've been established and evidenced through actions. In relationships, they may instead opt to express their love and devotion through generous acts of service to their partner. INTPs may prefer a little more warmth from them. Fortunately, INTJs are generally able. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel to stay posted. See you next time.